Hi, folks, and welcome into another edition of This Week in Pearl. I'm your host, Frank Hutton, and I am looking forward to our Under the Dome segments as we start off the new 2026 year. The legislative session started just literally 2 weeks ago. They jumped right into it, and I'm excited to have our Representative Gene Newman and our Senator Dean Kirby here to tell us about what's going on. You know, last week we started the year off for This Week in Pearl Under the Dome with the candidate forum that we had of all of our Rankin County delegation that was there. And this week we get to sit down with our two esteemed colleagues there in the House and the Senate. So y'all don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we're going to go straight under the dome. We'll be right back.
Here in Pearl, we have Trustmark Park. It seats 8,500 people. It's a great venue that we have here locally. You can catch a baseball game. We have a new team, the Mississippi Mud Monsters, so we're so excited about that. And Trustmark Park, the stadium's been fully renovated. And adjacent to that, we have Bass Pro Shop, as well as the Mississippi outlets that people can come shop and enjoy and have a great time. So it's a good place to come. It's a destination spot for our city. We did a $12 million renovation to our Parks and Rec several years ago, and what we were missing was another key area for our children to come and just be able to hang out and have fun, but also have some playground equipment that was really cutting edge. I've always thought if you can get your community together, then you can have a stronger sense of community. And I think that's what Main Street brings to the table for us. And even though we're a post-World War II city and our architectural doesn't signify a downtown, we're trying to have an area that we create that people can come together and have a sense of community.
Well, hi, folks, and welcome back into another edition of This Week in Pearl, where we are joined by our esteemed guest today, Representative Gene Newman and Senator Dean Kirby, Senator Pro Tem. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. Hey.
Last week was fun. Enjoyed the forum. That was great. Did y'all like that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I had to think about what
Had to think about that for a
week.
I did so much in the last week, I had to stop.
It's been a whirlwind tour, but I know our first show was actually technically the forum that was hosted by the Rankin First,
Yep.
Yeah.
which was, I think, was really, it was 100 people there.
Oh,
It was,
150.
mhm, it was nice. I mean,
Yeah, I thought it went well. Sure did.
I know we've been running the stew out of it on TV, so.
Everybody I've talked to that was there was appreciative of it. So they felt like they got good information.
I thought it was good too. I thought it was fantastic. Well, y'all have had a whirlwind couple of weeks, haven't you?
Oh.
There's been a lot going on.
More than you know.
Yeah.
Well, let's dive into that just a little bit, because, I mean, Representative Newman, there's been a lot going on in the House for sure. Over on your side, one of the things y'all passed
There's
was,
been one thing going on in the House.
yeah, it's been a massive 500-page bill. What's going on over there with that?
Well, it's I can't remember the name of it now. The school choice bill is what
Right,
it is. And,
right.
And so it the Education Committee worked on it all summer, and Speaker Jason White introduced it, and it's his bill. He claims it completely. It's complicated. It's got a whole lot of moving parts to it. Parts of it are actually good. Letting retired teachers come back and teach. It's good. The way that's part of it set up. There's different parts of it that were actually good, that did good things. But the part that dealt with school choice in many different forms, from charter schools to just allowing students to go from one school to another willy-nilly to paying for private schools, it was all in there. And that part of it was not good. Not something we want. Now, that part of that bill did, only thing it did for Pearl was hurt Pearl.
Now, Senator, I know on your side, you guys passed a bill that was about 6 pages, maybe,
Yeah.
maybe 10 at the most. It's not very many, But it's
Very
it's
simple.
really just basically just portability. It's just
That's it. All it says is the school has to release a kid if they want to go to another school district. And we leave everything else up to the school board. Well, and that doesn't mean that some other school district will take that kid.
right.
But if they're very unhappy at some school, I can't imagine that at Pearl, but if they're very unhappy there and want to go to another school, they can, if the other school district will accept them.
Well,
That's it.
I hate to ask the obvious question, but don't we have that now? Can't we do that now? I mean,
Well, we
if,
have-
if I went to both school districts and I petitioned to move from one, could they just not get together and say we'll take? I mean, is that not possible?
Well, there are school districts that will not allow a student to leave. Let's say that student is a 36 ACT student. They don't want that student
They
to
don't want him
leave.
to leave.
And let's say he's a 6'8" basketball player. They don't want that student to leave. So
Sure, obviously they don't.
yeah, and they'll stop him.
Isn't that? Aren't we going down the rabbit hole here just a little bit?
But
I
we're
mean, with
having,
this?
right now, even Pearl, you have a teacher that lives in another school district, teaches at Pearl.
Mm-hmm.
She can have, I mean, the school district will release their kids and,
I could see that as professional courtesy.
Yeah. So, I
Right.
mean, we have it. There's several districts that already have something similar to that. They have it on the coast. I think they have it somewhere in North Mississippi and somewhere else. Well, Smith County has it. If you're in Smith County, my understanding, if you live in Smith County and pay Smith County taxes, you can go to any school you want to.
Okay.
If
You
you're
just-
in Mize and you want to go to Raleigh, you can.
But the bus isn't going to necessarily pick you up. You're going
Well,
to
the
find
bus
your way
isn't
there.
probably going to pick you up. No.
You gotta find your own way
and
there.
That's the way our bill is written. You have to provide your own transportation.
I see. So if you wanted to move from Rankin County School District to Pearl Public School District in the Senate bill, you
Yeah.
could just do that as long as Pearl would accept you
Yeah. But
in the Senate bill, but not in the House
and
bill.
as far as transportation, believe it or not, there's some kids that may be in Brandon School District that want to go to Pearl, and the bus goes right by their house, right now. The Pearl bus does,
Mm-hmm.
and so that we left that up to the school districts to work it out. We're not getting involved in that.
Yeah, I mean we have that now at Patrick Farms.
Yeah, that's what
Which is
exactly what I was
which is
thinking about.
Exactly what you're thinking about, because you can go either or there. Back when we annexed in that area, that was part of the agreement back then.
That's correct.
Okay, so the House bill, massive, and I agree. There's probably some things in there that are pretty good,
I think there was a couple of good things in that.
That's-
bill.
but
Yeah.
y'all have both passed something, so now it's got to go to conference.
No.
No,
Our bill's gone to the Senate. Their bill's come to the House. If you look at the bill, it'll say our bill says transmitted to the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
And
So it'll go through the same process. It'll go over there, go to Education Committee.
Mm-hmm.
The Education Committee can A, pass it like it is, B, change it,
Mm-hmm.
C, don't do nothing.
And we have 11 people on the Education Committee, and my understanding is 0 are for that House bill. So it'd probably either be amended, putting our language in it, or they'll kill it.
so the way the current form of the House bill
Hadn't
does
got
not
a
does
prayer in
not
the
does not
Senate.
look good in the Senate.
No, actually, we kind of polled this different senators to see how many would vote for that bill, and I think it was 7 out of 52.
Wow, 7
Yeah,
total. So it doesn't look good for.
the House bill doesn't have.
Now there's been
It only passed the House by 2 votes.
well, I know you voted no.
I voted no.
I know you voted no.
Our hero.
Right, right. I know you voted no because came out and said you voted no. That you were not for that, and I'm not for school choice in that form either. Now I will be honest here. I don't mind, as we were discussing, like the coast model, the one that we were discussing. That does seem a little more
Sure.
possible. Now I do like, and of course having to pay to move. I don't mind that either. If you really want to go. And I do like some of the things that were talked about in the forum, last week that mentioned that, if a certain school area, like say Clinton is offering certain advanced classes over there, they've got a teacher over there that's teaching advanced classes, to be able to go take that, I don't necessarily have a problem with that either, because the rabbit hole to me is almost like what we have in the NIL with college. where you're going to end up with, as you said, a 6'7" basketball player, and you want to recruit him to come over to a school district. I don't want to see high schools get into that mess.
Right.
That's where they go.
That's where it
Well,
would.
but the current ruling on that by the association, athletics association, is if you transfer, you have to sit out a year. We're letting them run that in the Senate bill. Whatever they decide,
Right.
we're not putting our nose into
I'm
that.
totally good with that. And I like that idea, because we don't need just a bunch of people moving around school districts just so they can, stack a team
Yeah,
just to win a state championship. It's not about that. It's about education.
supposed to be.
Granted, I want Pearl football to win, and I want us to win titles, and basketball to win. Absolutely, but I want to do it with education in mind first.
Of course, if you want to go to Pearl School, you can move to Pearl too.
Agreed. All right, so we'll see how that shakes out over a period of the show. Of the next 70. How many days we got left?
About 78.
Let's see. We have 75 days, 22 hours, and 26 minutes.
Not that we're counting.
I've got the clock running right here, just so that we can. We have 75 days, 22 hours, and 26 minutes left in this legislative session. So we'll see how it goes, and we'll talk about it. Now, there's more to it, though. Y'all have talked a little bit in the Senate. One of the things you guys did was some teacher pay raises.
We did.
And you did some changing there.
Well, the bill that we passed and sent to the House is a $2,000 pay raise, with the understanding that if we can work with the House and they'll work with us on it, we're going to try to raise that up to $5,000. I'm not saying it'll be $5,000, but it could be $3,000, it could be $4,000, whatever.
It's $2,000 right now.
It's $2,000 right now, and also the teachers' assistants, reading instructors. They're at $2,000 also.
Okay, and so you're talking about maybe trying to get it up at least another 1,000, maybe 2,000.
I would hope that we can work that out.
Working with the House.
But we passed it with $2,000 for the teachers and the teachers' assistants.
And you did a little bit more. I think we talked about teacher retirement increases.
We did that too in a bill. We had right now a teacher can retire and they can teach like a semester, or 50% of the time that they normally worked, which is a semester, and they could get their retirement and get 50% of their pay, of course, or their high 4, whatever they were getting, and now. It's 65% instead of 50%. So we've got a teacher shortage. We need teachers in some of the really advanced classes and all, and try to get those people to come back to work. We raise their salaries, basically. Now, they don't have to pay into the retirement system. The school has to, but the teacher themselves, if they come back, they don't have to pay. So it's a good deal for them.
So we're trying to get some teachers back in the classroom that may have retired because they've been doing it, and there's plenty of life left. And
true, and you just can't find a chemistry teacher or whatever. So biology.
Yeah. I remember Mr.
Advanced
Crane
math.
over at the high school. Pearl, he taught all 4 of my boys. And of course, he retired. He had his years in. It wasn't that he couldn't have continued to teach. It just didn't make any sense for him. He got a pay raise to quit. I mean, that's just the truth. He got a pay raise to quit. So why wouldn't you?
Sure.
And so I see where you're going with this. It's very much more beneficial.
Yeah.
And
I think it'll help the school.
And so, Representative, where are we on that bill coming over to you guys? Do you know?
It's transmitted. It's coming over there. That's all I can
Right.
tell you. But when you get in a fight, when you got opposing bills, most of the time they kill each other. But we'll see. I mean, I know that's something that the House had in that bill, HB 2. There was a retirement, teachers working after retirement. So hopefully we can work something out with that.
So it sounds like you guys passed several, and you guys passed one.
Well, they put a lot of theirs into one.
Right.
One big beautiful bill.
One big beautiful
one
House
big,
Bill
beautiful-
2, right?
That's right.
House Bill 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, one big beautiful bill.
And we had separate.
And you
bills.
had separate bills.
That's right.
Strategic?
Yes.
You
Yeah,
don't have to,
because-
you don't have to say anything else. I'm just asking
Well, I mean,
strategic.
there's some people that are like Representative Newman. He said there's some good things in that bill. Had that bill had separate bills, he would have voted for some of those.
Yeah, some of it.
Yes.
Yeah, some of it's good stuff. Some of
It
it's,
is.
Obviously, we don't agree on some of the other stuff, right? Because I mean, you voted no for that.
You know, one of the things in the bill was the thing that we changed about PERS last year, increasing the retirement to 35 years. One of the things in that bill changed it back to 30.
Okay.
And that was for all PERS. In other words, everybody. So that would have that's one of the big issues for the firefighters and police officers is that 35 years. So in terms of recruitment, but that's one of the things that bill did. That was a good thing that would be good. Now, hopefully we can take this bill that they've got and work all that out.
Sure. Matter of fact, I asked a senator, if we take all that out and then have just the good stuff left, will you vote for it? And he said no. I said, why? And he said, I've already promised everyone I was voting against House Bill 2, and I'm voting against House Bill 2.
Just because it reads HB 2.
Yeah. If it comes out as HB 2, that's the thing about it. When you do all that, it's a lot of times you kill it with all the hoopla around it.
Politics.
Yeah.
That's not politics. That's just
called a
telling
Christmas.
people something.
Yeah, sure.
Well, we
Sure.
used to call it Christmas tree, right? That's because it loaded up with everything.
With it, right.
And you can't vote against something. Yeah, I mean, you vote against House Bill 2, you vote against the teacher pay raise.
Yeah, I did.
But he's going to vote for a teacher pay raise later. So
Right. I mean, you have to look at the whole. You
But
can't-
there are people
Sure.
in this community that will hold it against me because I voted against HB 2 because there was a teacher pay raise in there.
Yeah,
You
'cause that's-
voted against teachers.
Because out of the 500 pages of the bill, they're only talking about 2.
Yeah,
that's right.
Right? I mean,
That's right.
there's more to it.
but that's okay. That's
Right. Right. You
You
can
have to
say
do
you're on
what's-
page 306 of a 500-page bill. Read the rest of it, and then go from
And
there.
the Senate could go in there and change that bill all up,
Yeah.
and when it comes back to the House, I'd still vote no because I told way too many people I would vote no on HB 2.
On it, regardless of how it
Boy,
comes back.
regardless of what he said about his members over there, same thing for me. I told too many people I would not vote up for it. I'm not going to turn around and vote for it now when it comes back and it may be perfect, but I can't vote for
Now,
it.
this is hypothetical. This is theoretical. But if you take the Senate bills up individually, you would be for some of those.
Oh
right?
yeah, I'm for. I mean,
So
yeah.
technically, then the teacher pay raise you could vote for.
Yeah, I will. I mean, I
you're
will vote for it.
You'll vote for those
Yeah.
things, right?
But by
I'm
putting
absolute-
them into one,
Right, but if it comes back with the Senate sends it back to you after they've gutted it and put all the same stuff back in there. You're still a no.
I'm still a no.
Well,
'cause
we'll see how that progresses.
the problem is, the average person out here does not read bills. He does not. They don't pay attention to what's happened. They don't realize that bill was gutted and changed and everything else. They just know that I told them I was not voting for HB 2, and then I turned around and I voted for it.
that's it.
That's all they see.
right.
The final result. That's what they look at, and that's I understand that.
Right.
And so
And
no.
you have senators on the same end
Yeah.
Yeah.
that say the exact same thing.
Yeah, sure.
Well, we'll be watching and seeing. I do know that there are so many ad campaigns out right now pushing this,
Well,
this,
it says,
pushing
and
this.
it's pushing, and it says
You know,
universal school choice.
I know, right?
Which is private, public,
And
everything
it's got to
else.
be outside influence coming into Mississippi.
oh, yeah.
The
obviously.
one thing about it, when you see that kind of money thrown at something,
Yes.
let me tell you something. It's always about the money.
It is.
Now, I don't know where the money's at. I don't know whether this is people wanting to get into the private school business or the charter school business or whatever it is. But when you see that kind of money thrown at something,
It's about
it's
that.
about the money.
Right. It's not about
They don't
kids.
throw that kind of money. It's
Right.
not about the kids.
No, it's not about
When you
the
see that
kids.
kind of money thrown at something, it's not
Sure.
about kids. It's about
Sure.
somebody making money. You don't throw that kind of money at something unless you're trying to make money off of it.
Yeah, and they're throwing this at us. They said Donald Trump is for school choice, and he is. But guess what? If I were in his position, I would be too, because he has Detroit schools. He has, Chicago,
Right, right.
Los Angeles.
Right.
Those schools need help, and those districts. That's a different ball game
Yeah.
than Mississippi.
Sure.
So,
And let me say this. We got some school districts in this state that desperately need to be fixed, and we need to fix them. This don't fix them.
No.
This does not fix those school districts. What we need to do is find a way to solve that problem. And what we're doing right now
Is not it.
is not it. You know, if you keep doing the same thing over and over, it's called insanity.
Yeah.
Well, when you go in and take a school district over, take the people out that were running it, you get that school district back up to a good level, then you turn it back over to the same people who had drove it into the ground in the first place.
What do you expect?
That's insanity.
It is.
And that's
a waste of
exactly-
taxpayer dollars.
That's exactly what's happened.
And it happens over and over, and
Yeah.
that's got to stop. I mean, you know, I'm not for school consolidation. Our school, you know, as a rule for school district consolidation. But in those cases, something needs to change, and
It's called school consolidation.
yes, that's maybe what
That's
it's called.
what it's called. Now, I'm not for it in all areas, but I am for school consolidation.
In some areas
Yeah,
of the
well,
state,
yeah, I'm gonna
they
tell you
need it.
something now. I'm just like the pro tem. You start talking about Rankin County and Pearl, then okay, we'll do that as soon as they combine Ole Miss and State.
Agreed.
And I said that at the podium.
But good for you. But I also believe that we have way too many chiefs and not enough Indians.
Right.
I think that the education system is too top heavy. And in my opinion, school consolidation needs to happen, but we also need to remove some of this higher structure that we have. It's just entirely too much. Now, some districts need it because they have so many students, but some districts don't.
That's right.
And-
And we've consolidated over the years, in the last few years, a lot of school districts.
And some of these underperforming school districts just
Well-
need to be consolidated into another school district.
Not just that, if
And-
you have a school where you have 20 seniors graduating,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but they're real top heavy with superintendents and all
Right.
that. They don't need all that.
Don't need all that. And then I don't want to uproot a kid from the school he's going to consolidate him into another county next door. I don't want to do that either. I would rather just remove the leadership in that school and bring the county adjacent that's doing well and give them the authority to run that school.
I
And then the superintendent can travel. We pay him enough money, he can drive between the two counties, in Frank's opinion. I mean, we'll give him some mileage, for his car. But I mean, I don't think we move the students, we leave them where they are. Communities are built around your school. We don't want to tear your community up and consolidate. But what you said, Representative, is absolutely true. What we're doing now is not fixing the problem. You don't send the Department of Education in to take over a school district, fix it, and then turn it right back over to the people that ran it in the ground. That's insanity. That doesn't make any sense. So do you think we'll ever see that happen? Is that even a possibility? If we can get past this craziness with this school choice stuff?
If we can get past all that, yeah.
Yeah, it's possible.
When we get to focusing on what we need to focus on instead of this.
Okay. Well, we'll watch how this shakes out. I have a feeling it's going to be a fight the entire next 75 days.
It may be.
Yeah. Well, really not 75 days. You only got a handful of days left to really get it out of committee, and
That's right.
you don't have much time. What's the window right now to get out of committee?
Is it?
We can have.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the date.
You don't have much time.
No.
No. Week and a half. Next week we'll have a pretty good idea of whether it's
It
going
may
to
be
survive.
2 weeks, but I think it's a week and a half.
Well, then we have revenue bills that have a longer.
Wow. So let's pivot a little bit over to PERS. In the
Okay.
Senate, you guys had a
did.
bill.
We
and
did. We
tell us about it.
Well, we put $500 million into PERS
Okay.
in our bill, and then
Lump
plus,
sum.
yes, a lump sum plus $50 million a year for 10 years.
Okay. Where are we getting this?
A billion.
So you got $1 billion.
$1 billion.
But it's actually with the investments and the return on the money,
It's more than that.
closer to $1.5 billion.
Wow. So where are we getting $500 million? Where are we pulling that from?
Well,
We got plenty of money.
we got money, but I'll talk about that in a minute. We got
Okay.
money, but it's going quickly.
Okay.
I mean, $500 million there.
Yeah, $500 million. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
500.
a huge chunk.
Yeah, and then of course we got 164 million in teacher pay raises, and we got 380 million is what we're hearing on Medicaid. It goes pretty fast when you start doing 100 millions at a time.
So $500 million though, lump sum straight in. and it's
Yes.
and then $50 million a year for 10
And
years.
to be honest with you, we would like to put $1 billion into it. I think everybody wanted to do that, and the governor wanted to do that, but we have a lot of unknowns still.
Sure, this seems a little more physically
Yeah.
responsible.
I think so.
So Representative Newman, thoughts on that bill when it comes to you?
Well, the main thing is we got a bill, we got something out there that if we can keep it alive, then at the end we can figure out how much money we do have after we deal with Medicaid and all those other issues, and
Yeah.
we can put more money into it. We'll just have to see. That's the main thing is you have something, you have a vehicle that's traveling down the path.
So what's the temperature like in the House for this?
For this, we've got to fix PERS. This is something that everybody in the legislature knows. The unfunded stuff we've got to fix.
Yeah, we do. But now, I had a committee hearing a few years ago, and I asked the director of PERS a direct question, and that question was, if no one on a current program, not the new program that we just got, but the old program, if no one pays in a penny, and I'm talking about an individual or state agency or school or whatever, how long would it be before it goes broke? And she told me at least 20 years.
Okay.
So we're not as bad as we think. We got what, $36 billion, I think, in PERS and reserves. So it's not like we're broke. We're not.
Right.
But we are interested in your children and all, and making sure that we have money for the long term. So that's the only reason we're doing it. If it were for you or me or him, we don't need to do anything. But that's not our job. Our job is to head the state in the right direction and make sure we don't get in trouble.
We're going to see some type of lump sum going into PERS. You're feeling
I think
that
so.
Yeah, I think so.
This is going to survive.
This is going to survive. We're going to do something with PERS this year.
Yeah, and they may end up putting $1 billion.
And we've put $100 million for like 3 years, right?
Yeah,
Right, over the last 3 years.
We put
And
$100 million a year.
a year for the rest of it.
Do we see any changes to Tier 5?
I think we'll drop that back to 30.
Yeah, I think we probably will too.
Because everybody's complaining that they cannot recruit with 35.
Yeah, can't get to the new ones, and
At
of course, a
30?
lot of policemen, a lot of firemen, especially. That's who really involved in that. They want their children, or their children want to be firemen or policemen also, and so they're looking out for them. They know that theirs isn't going to change.
Yeah, we hear a lot of here in the city.
Yeah.
We hear a lot of discussions about this. I propose to them to think a little bit differently when we're discussing it internally. And one of those things is, hey, you get the opportunity here to recruit good talent by saying, hey, we're going to actually put more money in your retirement. We're going to give you a higher percentage than normally would give you. I mean, and then you get to invest that kind of a little bit more the way you want to. It makes a lot more sense on the Tier 5
And
side.
it does, and actually we've had some people, not a lot, but some people will call and saying, can I change from the old one to
Well,
the new
I
one?
said that last year. You didn't give me a vehicle to go from the old one to the new one. Why did you not let me do that?
Yeah.
The reality of it is the 30 years, 35 years only pertains to that part that's fixed. The IRA is yours. I mean,
Right.
if you work 10 years for Pearl
Yeah.
Police Department, decides you're leaving and going to Texas,
Yeah.
that's still yours.
The IRA part is mine.
Yeah.
Right. That's
So-
what I think is valuable in this, thinking about that, because it gives me a little bit more control over what I want. And then, of course, a city could recruit me, or the county could recruit me and say, hey, we're going to pay you X more percentage towards your retirement than the base.
If what is it, Mr. Math was still alive, Doug Arnold?
Doug Arnold.
He would have it figured to the penny.
Would he?
Oh, yeah.
Right. Yeah, some of these mathematicians could
Yeah.
could really amateurize that out and tell us what that would look like.
Exactly.
Would make
And of course, we have those people that did that. So.
Sure. Right.
Yeah,
And I do think, but you're going to roll it back. More than likely, that survives. It goes from 35 to 30, but really no other changes in Tier 5.
I wouldn't think so. Not at this point.
Well, we'll
I mean, it's only a year old. We need to kind
I
of
know,
see.
right? We need to kind of see. I mean, it hadn't even gone into effect yet.
No, it hasn't.
I mean, it's what, we're another couple months away?
March, I think.
March.
We're at least a month and a half out. Till it,
March the 6th.
so there'll be a lot of hiring going on in February.
Oh, yeah.
for people that want to stay in.
If they want because they don't understand the new one.
They don't. All right, so you had mentioned TRICARE for Air National Guard. Let's talk a little bit about that. So you guys over in the Senate passed a bill
to pay
TRICARE for the Guardsmen.
For those I call it drill ready. Those that do drill every year, those people.
They're every 2 week. The weekend warrior. The 2 weeks in the summer. That's what
right.
the weekend warrior.
Yeah,
right?
we'll pay their health insurance.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
That's a big deal. Now, what was the reasoning behind?
Well, to get more people in the Guard, of course. And
I was going to say that, but
that's one reason.
Right.
And not only that, for what our Guard does for us, it's kind of they do a lot. They're ready.
Now, this dollar amount's about 400. What'd you say? It's like 400.
400
a month?
per person, and it was like $470.
$450 or something like somewhere in that
A
range.
month. So you're talking about $6,000 a year or $7,000 a year.
Well, the thing about it is that when a National Guardsman or Air Guardman goes on active duty, they qualify for TRICARE, and they get on that insurance, and for a year, and they of course it's paid for when they're on active duty, so. They understand how good the TRICARE system is.
They've been on it a year, 2 years,
so
serve overseas for a year, right?
And of course you can't stay on active duty all the time, but they realize how good that policy is and how many of them don't have good insurance. So this gives them really quality insurance, and it's a great recruitment tool, and it's it's that, but it's also taking care of our soldiers.
Yeah.
Right, a recruiting tool for sure, right? I mean, that's
absolutely
knowing that you're basically getting your health care paid for if you come out and
just like the GI Bill.
Sure,
deal, we pay for your college.
Why hadn't we done this before? This seems like a no-brainer.
Yeah.
This one seems obvious. It's almost like a layup.
I hope.
Why have we not done that one before?
I hope it makes it all the way through.
I mean, that's going to make it through, is it not?
Yeah. I mean, a guardsman can buy TRICARE now. My son's on TRICARE.
Sure.
But
he has to pay for it.
But he has to pay for it.
Sure.
Now, when the companies that you work for doesn't have insurance, or the insurance that they have is not as good as what TRICARE is, better to stay on TRICARE.
Right. And this way you're going to pay for it.
Yeah.
Well, the state of Mississippi is for you to be on there.
For the individual soldier.
Right.
Airman.
That sounds good. All right, let's.
Now, we haven't had that bill yet that's going to bite us in the rear end. We have one of those every year. Yeah. Out of nowhere, this bill appears, and it's one of those.
We hadn't had one yet.
50% of the people are for it and 50% against it.
And
like the guy said, half of my friends are for it and the other half of my friends are against it, and I always vote with my friends.
I always vote with my friends. Oh, wait, at least we hadn't seen one of those yet, right?
No,
but
not
I think,
yet.
Has anyone gotten the thumb yet?
Yes, we have a thumb in the Senate that it's about this tall.
Yeah,
it's a gold thumb.
Right.
And when you do something really stupid, then you get it. And we had a lady she was new. She'd only been sworn in a couple of days before. And she said something or did something kind of dumb.
Yeah.
And she got the thumb her first week.
Oh, wow.
You usually have to be there at least a year to get the thumb, but she got it, I think, maybe her second day.
Does she wear it with a badge of honor?
Oh, it's on her desk, so everybody walks by. And she actually thought it was pretty cool that she got it.
That she got it.
She could tell people, at least I'm working.
Right. How
It might be dumb what I did.
Right, sure. At least she took it in good humor.
She did.
In good humor. How about what do y'all have over there? I forget.
The jars.
Yes. Have we had anybody?
I have not seen them this year.
Not yet, so far. Not yet. Just the Senate's setting a record. Number one, they passed 4 bills in 2 weeks, and somebody's already got the thumb. Yeah. Wow. What's going on with Dylan?
Well, what happened with the lady was she thought she was voting for final passage, and she was voting for an amendment.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, oops. All right, so Medicaid expansion was huge. on the agenda last year. Everybody was talking about Medicaid. They've been talking about Medicaid expansion for a while.
Ain't nobody talking about Medicaid expansion.
I figured say
We're in the hole right now after the one big beautiful bill in Congress. The state's going to be in a hole. We just don't know how much we're going to be in the hole.
Yeah. Thank goodness we hadn't passed that, because we would be more.
Did we not, yeah, I was going to say, did we not talk about
had
this?
we had the Senate taken up what the House passed and passed it, ooh,
It would be.
I don't even want to think about
It
it.
would be a mess today,
Yeah.
right? Because I know one of the things
That's
that
why
y'all
you need
have.
both sides.
The House has a bill up expanding Medicaid for CHIP eligibility, which is for the kids, obviously. Hospice and hospice care advisory committee's got another one, House Bill 220, which is dealing with Medicaid. So I mean, you've got a few out there that are talking about, funding. It's not necessarily expansion. I think it's just funding. Is really what it wants. Because the way the federal government's come down, we would be on the hook for a lot of money, would we not?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, we're hearing numbers, 380 million
That we're going to be short in Medicaid.
This year.
this year. Yeah.
380 million.
Yeah.
That's
So, like I say, we've had money, but with 164
yeah. I mean,
million,
we just
500
spent
million,
we just spent $2 billion sitting at
400
this table
million.
right here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Right, and we've only covered 2 topics. We just spent $2 billion.
And I promise you, cities and counties want something too.
Yeah, right. Everybody's got their hand out. So, jumping to that, last year with all the way the budget and all that happened, the cities, the counties, no one got anything.
Right.
Everything was just nothing. Where is that today? This year?
Right this second, it's at nothing because we don't do that till the end of the session.
I know,
Yeah.
but
Well, I mean, we want to do projects, special projects, and we'll still have a little money left over, I think, to do that with, and still pay on our debt. I mean, we're paying down. We paid now $1.5 billion off that we owed, in bonding for different things. So, but yeah, I expect we'll do something.
So in Pearl, we'll just talk about Pearl, what the projects are. I've got a bill that would fund a red light at Murray Drive over our Pearson Road to open up that land.
to open up that land right there in front of the gas station and
Right.
A1 appliance
Yeah.
and all that.
Did you do the street light one too?
And I did street lights on Highway 80.
I did that too.
And then again, we're asking for money to upgrade City Hall. So, I don't know. Will those bills? People always say, "Well, those bills always just die." Well, the reason you put the bills in is so that the appropriations and Ways and Means committees knows that those things are needed and need to be funded, and so that's like an official request to fund those things.
Sure.
So,
Yeah.
Sure.
that's the reason we put the bills out there. Yes, we know they're going to die, but at the same time, it's official that we're asking for that amount of money.
Right, because it's you and everybody else in the state that's doing
So
the
when
same
we
thing.
do special projects, they know that Pearl needs this amount of money.
And you'll be surprised at the number of legislators, both House and the Senate, that their cities and counties will come to them and ask for money to do for different things, and the bills don't ever get dropped, and for whatever reason,
and they get nothing.
They don't
That's
wind
right.
up getting anything. So
I know that's those 2 that you mentioned. Well, 3 that you mentioned are very important, especially for Pearl to grow.
right,
That's right.
Right there at the interstate, we need to fix that.
right,
That's
yeah.
And in Rankin County too, I don't know if you did this bill or not. Did you do it, or did somebody else?
I signed on
For
it.
the railroad?
Railroad over 18.
over 18. That needs to be
Over
done.
by the Honda dealership
Yes.
and Brown
That-
Bottling.
yeah, that needs to be done.
Yeah, before somebody gets killed. Yeah.
Right. I mean, all that land
Just like
is
we did,
development right
like
there.
the one we did on Pearson Road, which is
Yeah.
wonderful. And I can't tell you how many people.
And let's make it a 4-lane, not a 2.
So I mean, and of course with the new road that we opened up, 477.
Yeah, right.
So we're happy with
The
that.
Dean Kirby Parkway.
We'll see about that.
Well, we know that's going to happen. I think I remember seeing somebody talk about it at the opening, I believe he said we could get that done.
I heard him say that, but we'll see. But I know this, it took us long enough to get it,
It did.
since 92
It's been your entire
or 3.
It's been your entire career.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I finally got it.
and finally got it, and you can drive it right now as soon as you leave.
Oh,
here.
and it's wonderful. Let me tell you, the only thing I'm telling people, if they're watching this and you go down it, watch out for the deer.
Yes, at
It's a lot of
nighttime
deer.
especially.
Mayor Rhodes, ex-Mayor Rhodes,
Yeah.
told me that he went the night before they opened it, or late in the afternoon, just before dark, and counted over 100 deer.
Yeah,
I counted like 8, I think it was the other day, standing on the side
just
of the road.
standing on the side of the road. Yeah, yeah, that's been a great thing.
They were waiting for the right car.
And you know, yeah, right.
That's it.
Yeah, that's not Newman. Yeah, that's right.
I didn't see Newman's
Yeah.
car.
Well,
All right.
Well, it's really nice, and amazingly, last week on Highway 80, coming up to that intersection, I looked over to the left as I was coming into Pearl. I looked over, and I was like the second car back on Highway 80, and there were like 8 or 10 deep on that road coming through. So that tells you how much traffic's on it in both lanes. I'm
Yes.
talking about 4 lanes.
Oh, it's definitely eased traffic off of a lot of other arteries.
Yes.
You know, it's definitely a nice way, especially if you want to get north-south. I mean, if you're trying to get north-south and do it without having to stop or have a lot of intersections to go through, that's the way to go.
It's very safe, and it opens up a lot of
My-
property for development.
My wife works in Flowood off of treetops.
Yeah.
And
That's
what
it.
used to take her 15 to 20 minutes to get to work from here to there now literally takes her 5.
Yeah.
5 minutes, and she's right at. I mean, she's like, it's doing the best thing ever because it takes me 5 minutes.
Well,
to
that's
get
saving you money on gasoline
It does.
and wear and tear on the automobile.
She hits Beardman and takes it all the way up to the and you know, yeah, it's great. She loves it. It's fantastic. All right, so a couple other quick things. I know that y'all have got other stuff in the hopper that's going on. Y'all got some crime bills that are going to court, but one of the things is redistricting still. Yes.
You got. We right off the bat we had to fix some judicial districts that
Judicial
were
districts.
messed up.
Yep.
And it's just, you know, when you're trying to get those bills done, they just left they left some judges out that was supposed to have been in this district, and so they fixed that, and so hopefully the Senate sends that on to the governor, and we get that done, so those judges who have to
Right.
run for election this year can get on with their elections.
And it was just an oversight from last year, was it?
right.
not?
It was just there's so much stuff in
Sure.
those judicial districts that they just missed. These were one just chancery judge and like Calhoun County or somewhere up in that area, and then there was a circuit judge in the same area.
Right.
But I mean, you know, there was supposed to have been it was supposed to have been 3 judges, and they only had 2 judges for the chancery, so they had to add a judge place, and circuit judges were the same thing.
Okay.
And the Supreme Court districts have got to change. So, and when you change them, then you're changing the highway department or the commissioners, the MDOT,
Yep.
and Public Service Commission. They all use Supreme Court districts to run.
Do they now?
So I'm still curious as to whether we're going to have to do that. You know, that case, the other case with from West Virginia, someplace. Anyway, there's a case out there going for the Supreme Court to decide whether or not that race is still valid to be used on district.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know Louisiana had a big lawsuit. I'm not sure about it.
Yeah, I think that's where it's from. I said West Virginia. That was another case. That was on voting. But yeah, the districts, that's coming out of Louisiana. That's before the Supreme Court. And the way they were talking when they were doing it, it didn't sound like they were going to allow that to stand.
Well, since we're on that topic, there's just something out of left field for you. The states are, a lot of states, the Trump administration pushing states to redistrict for their House and their House seats. Is any noise about that going on in Mississippi?
There's been some discussion about it, but here's the thing about it. You know, if you're going to change this one district, you're affecting the other 3 districts.
Right.
So you know, these guys, there's no way to change this in the way people want to change it without really affecting these others. So I don't see it. I don't see it going anywhere.
Well, they run every 2 years too.
Right, they run
So-
every 2 years. But I mean, it's not like we have a lot of seats that we probably couldn't even pick up one, really,
Right.
could we?
No, I don't.
No.
So it's really Mississippi's not in play for that.
I don't really think so. I mean, like I say, I've heard some guys talking about it, but you know, when you reality of it is,
Yeah, they'd like to get rid of a certain person, maybe
course.
that's not even their district.
Sure.
But
We can't vote them out. We'll write you out of the
yeah.
with the new
well,
law.
and
Well,
that, we've
They
seen-
did that in Texas.
well, in order to do that, then you really got to mess up some of the, well, at least one or
Right,
two of these
right.
other districts, which nobody wants that. So
Sure. So the palette is not there for it.
I don't think so.
Not counting the $1 million you'd spend in law attorneys fighting whatever they come back with and say they didn't like ours. So,
Sure. Well, this year has definitely gotten started off with a bang. There's no doubt
Yes,
about that.
Yes.
I'm
We hit the ground running.
I'm looking forward to our weekly conferences so that we can discuss this very stuff.
We've never had swearing in and have committee meetings that afternoon. In the years I've been there, we've never had committee meetings the first day and passed bills on the second day.
Wow.
We're rolling.
Especially for you guys.
That's what I'm talking about for them. That's
Right, especially for you guys. I mean, that's quick.
Well, we got a lieutenant governor who believes in working.
Figure to say, what's he been doing over the holidays and all
Yeah,
summer?
man,
Apparently, he's been busy.
He has been very busy.
All right. Well, thank you, gentlemen. I'm looking forward to the next 75 days before we get off into sign die.
And how many hours is it? I don't know.
I have the clock actually running. I will. It is now 75 days, 21 hours, and 51 minutes.
Okay.
I have the clock running.
okay. Well,
75, 21, 51 right now
that's to go out on sign and die on Easter Sunday.
on Easter Sunday. That's exactly right. So y'all have fun with that.
Well, we won't be there on Easter Sunday.
Probably not.
I have seen the legislature
We
there
have worked
on
on
Sunday.
Easter Sunday. We don't get holidays during session.
Right. This is the fun time of year for both of you gentlemen right
Yeah.
now, isn't it? Well, we appreciate you guys.
We're
Thank
like
you for coming.
CPAs, January through March, where you just hang
Just
on.
rolling. Hey, but you know what? You signed up for it. So.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and we're making a difference.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's
I still say
that's what we're there for.
I still say I love the Mississippi model. I don't necessarily always agree with things that come out of the legislature, but I like the methodology that we use
Oh yeah.
to get bills through.
We
takes-
have deadline days.
Our objective is not to pass; it's to kill.
It's to kill, correct. It's not to pass.
And thank the good Lord that we kill a lot of bills because there are bills. I said this in the forum. There are bills every year that put people out of business and cost them their jobs.
I know, right?
So-
And Mississippi's been on the right path for
Yeah.
almost 20 years now. So.
You know, one thing we haven't talked about, Tyler McConn's doing a bill on government structures, a new committee,
Okay.
and he's got 20-something commissions that on a list that we're doing away with because they've never met. How about that?
So you're doging, you're doging 20 commissions
Yes.
that never met.
And then he's looking at others to see state agencies if we need to make changes
Wow.
and maybe consolidation.
Sure.
So,
I mean, why
like
not?
the
What
barber
is-
board and the cosmetology board, we merged them. Yeah,
Sure.
Things like that.
I mean, why not? I mean,
It's save money for the taxpayer.
Right. Times change. Let's look at more efficient government.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense. I'm with you on that. All right. Thank you, guys. Looking forward to
Well, thank you.
this year. It's going to be a lot of fun. I
If
think
you say so.
y'all are having a blast. I'll put it that way.
Well, it's going to be okay.
Yeah, I know it will be. Thank you very much. Appreciate y'all coming in today.
Thank y'all.
All right, so we're going to step aside in just a second. When we come back, we're going to talk about what's going on this week in Pearl, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Here in Pearl, we have Trustmark Park. It seats 8,500 people. It's a great venue that we have here locally. You can catch a baseball game. We have a new team, the Mississippi Mud Monsters, so we're so excited about that. And Trustmark Park, the stadium's been fully renovated. And adjacent to that, we have Bass Pro Shop. as well as the Mississippi outlets that people can come shop and enjoy and have a great time. So it's a good place to come. It's a destination spot for our city. We did a $12 million renovation to our Parks and Rec several years ago, and what we were missing was another key area for our children to come and just be able to hang out and have fun, but also have some playground equipment that was really cutting edge. I've always thought if you can get your community together, then you can have a stronger sense of community. And I think that's what Main Street brings to the table for us. And even though we're a post-World War II city and our architectural doesn't signify a downtown, we're trying to have an area that we create that people can come together and have a sense of community.
Hi folks, welcome back to another edition of This Week in Pearl, where we just went under the dome. As Senator Kirby just reminded me in our opening segment, I didn't mention that, Senator Kirby. So yes, we did go under the dome, and I thank you very much for pointing that out. Hey look, that was very informative. They have a lot to work on. It's amazing how fast the Senate got to work. They don't normally move quite that quick, but to have 4 bills passed literally in 2 weeks, that actually is very quick. Really kind of surprised that they went that fast. Even as Gene Newman talked about it, that is very uncharacteristic of the Senate to move that fast. Anyway, I've enjoyed having them. Thank you very much. We look forward to next week. Also, what's going on in Pearl? Well, just getting started for the new year. Baseball and softball registration, I think, is just coming to an end. So you may want to check with Parks and Rec if you haven't got your child signed up yet for baseball, youth baseball, and youth softball. You may want to check with them, make sure that you can do that. Also, here at Pearl Broadcasting, we are partnering with Main Street Pearl, and we're going to start bringing you some new business spotlights each and every week, as well as every month. We're going to be broadcasting you some new businesses that have opened, just so that we can highlight them and let you guys know about it. So again, I'm your host, Frank Hutton. Thank you for joining me for this new edition this year, 2026, This Week in Pearl Under the Dome. I look forward to seeing you right here each and every week. So until then, y'all have a great week, and I'll see you next time.